All right, 7.2, and oh my goodness, if you look at my battery percentage up there, we are getting close. Let's see if we can make this work in 25% battery less. All right, we're on 7.2, complementary and supplementary angles. So we do need a graphic organizer today. You're gonna need the same one we needed last time, so it's this little fella right here. We're gonna write 7.2 at the top, and we're gonna write complementary and supplementary angles. Supplementary. Oh my goodness, those are long words. Did I spell both of those right? Yeah, okay. Okay, complementary and supplementary. All right, and then down here in this, we can say, ooh, that's a big fat marker. Let's try that again. Complementary and supplementary. Okay, complementary and supplementary. Now, I do have some funny, silly ways to remember complementary and supplementary, but it's like really hard to describe on video, so I'll try to like draw doodles and like show you in my doodles, but just like bear with me, I'll show you when I get back. Let me go ahead and grab my book. Okay, so we're on page 276, but we are going to go now to the actual lesson page. So here we go. Complementary and supplementary. Basically, all these two words mean is that two angles have now joined each other, they have an adjacent side, and now they have created one giant angle. So let's look at these two angles right here, the 30 degrees and the 60 degrees. If I smush them together so now their vertexes touch, now it's one giant angle, right? That one giant angle turns into a 90-degree angle. Complementary angles are 90-degree angles. Or, in better words, when two angles form to make a 90-degree angle. Supplementary angles are when two angles come together. So if these two little vertexes became one vertex, it's when two angles then become 180 degrees. So on this one, you see how 3 and 4 are adjacent angles, but they turned into supplementary angles together with forming 180 degrees. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you a little bit of my weird, quirky ways of remembering this. So over here in the first box, let's write the word complementary. Okay. Complementary angles. Complementary angles are when two angles form one 90-degree angle. All right, and then maybe just like we can just draw like a 90-degree angle. Let's go ahead and split him. And then I could say this guy and this guy together form 90 degrees. We can even label them too if we want, instead of drawing them like that. Let's go ahead and just say this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. I could say angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90 degrees. And I do want to draw my little square corner in there so I know for sure that's a 90-degree angle. Okay, so complementary forms a 90-degree angle. Okay, so here's my weird way of remembering it. Picture someone who's like just, gosh, I don't know how to like politically correctly say this, but somebody who just loves getting compliments, whether this be a boy or a girl or anybody, and when you compliment them, they take their hand and they say thank you, right? So this is like, once again, a horrible drawing rendition of this, but like, if here's the person, right, and here's their little arms and they're saying thank you, imagine that they take their little wrist and like flick it out like this and they're like thank you. Okay, if somebody gives them a compliment, they say thank you with their little hand all, that's the wrist. You gotta imagine that it's somebody's like hand going out. Oh gosh, this is a hand, not a foot. And this is their little wrist, and they're like, thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I need to stop while I'm ahead. Stop while I'm ahead. Okay, thank you. So when you give someone who likes compliments a compliment, they take their little wrist and they bend it to a 90-degree angle and they go, thank you. You can remember complementary angles form a 90-degree angle, just like that little, fruity tooty wrist. Thank you. Okay. Don't worry, I have another terrible example just like that for supplementary that you'll have to be forced to watch me draw. So over here we're going to say supplementary. Supplementary. Okay, so supplementary angles are, like we said, when two angles come together to form 180 degrees. So here's my straight line, 180 degrees. And whatcha, this guy came here, and those two angles together, so I'm going to say that's 1 and this is 2. I'd say angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Two angles form 180-degree angle. Okay. You ready for my terrible example for this to remember now? Supplementary. Supplementary is 180 degrees. All right, husband, are you fine if I use you for an example? You like to lift weights, you like to work out, you got muscles, right? Okay, so what do people take when they want to grow big muscles?
Steroids?
Legally. They want to legally grow muscles.
Supplements.
They take supplements, which are like vitamins, right? They are supplementing the nutritional values that you need to grow muscles, right? Supplements. So when you hear the word supplement, I want you to think of my buff husband. He's bald, so here's his little head. Okay. And when he flexes his muscles, not really, but let's pretend. Let's pretend when he flexes his muscles, he doesn't really know how to flex his little muscles. So he sticks his arms way out straight like this. Okay, do you see his little arm muscles? And here's his little hands. And and then he's trying to flex really hard. Okay, so let's pretend he doesn't know how to flex very well, right? I wish that I could like undo that drawing for a second and just show you. He's got his little wrists up like this. He's flexing. That's a muscle. Okay. And he's flexing that little wrist up. Okay. So pretend he's someone who doesn't know how to flex very well. And he's trying so hard. But do you see how his arms are out straight? Supplementary makes 180 degrees, which is just a straight line, okay? Okay. So once again, two very strange ways to remember complementary and supplementary. Complementary are little compliments make people go, thank you, and form 90-degree angles with their wrists. And supplementary are when people take supplements to make muscles and then they try to show off those muscles, but they don't know how to flex, so then they make a straight line and it looks ridiculous, right? Okay. If you don't remember that, don't worry. That's just for, my neuro, non-typical folks like me who need that to remember. Anyway, complementary together create 90 degrees. Supplementary together create 180 degrees. And yes, I will be showing you those things in person in real life when I do come back. Let's go ahead and do some examples now down here in this little open bit. Let's do, I like this example. It says, tell whether these angles are complementary, supplementary, or neither. Okay, so if these two angles joined forces at their vertexes, right? Came one giant angle. What's 70 plus 110? 180. So think of, my muscle builder guy making 180 degrees with his arms. He's trying to flex. All he knows how to do is move his wrists. And he makes, 180 degrees with his arms. So yeah, supplementary. All right, B. What's 49 plus 41? Well, 9 and 1 make a 10. Add that 1. So 4 and 4 is 8 plus 1 more is 9. 90 degrees. So think of somebody getting a compliment and them taking their little wrists and going, oh wow, that was such a nice compliment. Thank you. 90-degree angle. Okay. And C. 128 plus 62. Well, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and it makes a 10 up here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. 190 degrees. We don't have a trick for 190 degrees. That means this guy creates neither a complementary or a supplementary line. It creates something very different, 190 degrees. So that's neither. Okay, let's go ahead and do an example of how to solve now using these. Let's go ahead and take this example. Remember, you can pause the video too. If I'm just going to copy and paste it because I'm lucky and I can do that. Boop. And I'm going to stick it in my notes right here. Okay? Take some time, draw that for yourself. And then up here, I'm going to say solve for x. Now, the first thing I want to ask myself is, do these two angles form complementary or supplementary lines? Well, it definitely forms a supplementary line because I can see that straight line right there, right? Pretend you have that muscle builder guy. So if that forms 180 degrees, doesn't that mean this plus this should equal 180? Yeah, which means we're going to use the rule of supplementary angles to solve this. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my pen. I'm going to say 4x plus 5, which is that first angle, plus 41, which is that next angle, should all equal 180 degrees. Now just simply solve for x. Let's go ahead and combine my like terms first. So now I should have 4x plus 46 equals 180. I have to get rid of that 46 first by subtracting it. These two would cancel out, which leaves me with 4x equals, that would turn into a 4, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 134. Okay, now to get x by itself, we divide by 4, divide by 4. Alexa, what is 134 divided by 4?
134 divided by 4 is 33.5.
Ew. Interesting. All right. But yeah, that's all. Now you go back in and find out, make sure we didn't make any mistakes, which I'm trying to like make sure I didn't real quick. Okay, so I plug 33.5. This doesn't seem good. This doesn't seem right. Tell whether the angles are complementary or supplementary, then find the value of x. Here's where my dilemma is right now. If x was 33.5, 33.5 times 4, oh, that'll make a whole number, won't it? Alexa, what is 33.5 times 4?
33.5 times 4 is 134.
134 plus the 5 is 139. 139 degrees plus that 41 that's hanging out over here. That would make it 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, 180. We didn't make a mistake. I just got self-conscious for a second. Yeah, x equals 33.5. But you guys, it's always so good to plug that back in and check. Plug it in, make sure everything together is 180 degrees. That's how you know you did not make a mistake. Okay, let's do another solve for x problem. Ooh, you know what? I kind of want to stick, and if this is too late for you, and that's fine, which it very well could be too late for you, but I kind of want to stick my supplementary problem with my supplementary, below one another, and then I want to stick my complementary below my complementary. If that's too late, don't worry, don't panic, it's fine. It's fine how it is. It's just that in my mind, I want these to look nice for when I post them, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my complementary under my complementary. Okay. I'm going to stick this example over here. Okay, These are complementary angles because two angles that form together and create a 90-degree angle is called complementary. So if I want you to solve for x, I want you to say this angle, so that'd be x, plus that other angle, which is 2x minus 3. All of that together should equal 90 degrees. Now we just simply solve for x. Combine my like terms. Get rid of that minus 3 first so I can deal with my times by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Alexa, what is 93 divided by 3? Alexa, what is 93 divided by 3?
93 divided by 3 is 31.
Ooh, 31. I could have figured that out in my head, and I didn't. Now, to double check to make sure I'm right, let's plug 31 in for x and see if it worked. So this is 31 degrees. This would be 31 times 2, which is 62. 62 minus 3 would be 59, right? 59, 60, 61, 62, yes. Okay, so 59. So what is 59 plus 31? Ooh, 59 plus 31 equals 90. Ooh, yay, perfect. Okay, so here's the big thing you need to get out of this section. You need to know that complementary means two angles come together and form a 90-degree angle. You need to know that supplementary means two angles come together and form a 180-degree line, okay? And then you can use that valuable information to solve for unknown angles, just like we did here and just like we did here. All right, guys, that is all the notes for 7.2. But you know, I want to give you an exit ticket, and I want to kind of go over your bell ringer just a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Let's do exit ticket, and we're going to do 13 and 14. Look at that. Let me go ahead and copy and paste those and stick them over here. Okay, let's see. I got rid of it, didn't I? Man, I'm such a silly goose. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. I put it in your bell ringers. Boop. There it is. All right. Exit ticket. (7.2). Here's your job. On exit ticket 7.2, you need to first tell me, do these two angles come together and form complementary or supplementary lines? After you've done that, then I want you to solve for x, just like what we did in our notes. A quick little reminder, that would just mean x minus 20 plus x equals 90. Then solve for x. This one would be 3x plus 25 plus 2x form 180. And then just solve for x. But they're each worth 2 points, because I do want you to tell me if they're complementary or supplementary as well. All right, pause this, do that, but then also want to take a peek at your bell ringers for today. Your bell ringer was right here. Solve the equation, check your solution. Ah, simple. Get x by itself. To do that, we would subtract the 7. These would cancel out. Signs are the same, so we just add. 7 and 8 is 15. They were both negative, so our answer is negative 15. Over here, I got to get n by itself. To do that, I've got to subtract 3/4 from both sides. Uh-oh, I can't subtract fractions if they don't have common denominators. So change them to common denominators and then do your subtraction. 30. I got to get y by itself. It's being subtracted by 3.4, so the opposite would be to add 3.4. Ooh, signs are different over here, so we need to subtract them and take the sign of the bigger number. And 31. Which decimal is equal to this percent? Oh, you guys can do this. We just finished this section. Section 6.1. That was the last chapter. You can do this easily. turn this percent into a decimal. All right, guys, see you soon.